So we're going to do some kick defense, not some crazy ones like you sometimes see. But a lot of times when there's a low kick and people want to do a low block against a low kick. So you see already there's a problem because his kick is really, if it's a good low kick, it's going to be low. And it's not going to come up high enough for me to do an effective low block. So if I come down and try to get in this block, it's almost like it's forced. So I typically don't practice that defense or practice a kick defense like that. Instead, I like to use the feet. So if he's coming in with a kick, it's easier for me to defend here. And even if I'm using the other leg, right, I can do all kind of stuff with my legs. Kick with that side. So right here, boom, boom, and I have hands free to deal with the upper body weapons, right? Lower body weapons, lower body defense. Upper body weapons, upper body defense. So we're going to block this with a kick. That's the first step, okay? And the second step is very easy because when we set up, we're not coming in just with the foot, right? We're not coming in like this. Always hands up. So I'm coming in here. Okay. You see that? You do that over there. So here, it's actually quite, it's simple, it's not simple. Slowly. One. So I got the hands up here. All I have to do is get a hook here, anywhere, shoulder, arm, anywhere. And then, on the other side. So here, a hook here, and this hand can do anything. So I got kokinage kind of thing. I can do agatsuki-age. I can just do karate. There's not a lot that has to be done there. Once you, this, right? So, keeping the hands up, because if you miss, what do you got to do? Deal with his punch, and you still got his bounce. That's okay. If I miss, okay, we can fight like this. And if I get in tight, just here. It's funny. He did it to me, and I laughed too.
Well, because I'm trying to give you a real kick, and it sucks.
Oh, yeah. So, and that's the other thing. When and I'll tell you, if you think that you can't pull this off, you can. And I'm going to tell you a secret. When you're actually fighting someone, if you lift your leg up, he's going to go for the kick. 9 times out of 10. Try it. My first Tai Chi teacher taught me this. And I've been experimenting this 15 years. Lift your leg, watch the other person. They will kick at you. So when you're in a situation and you think he might be up for a kick, bring the leg up, right? And then come in. Bring the leg up and expect a kick. Because what's going to happen is you bring your leg up, he's either going to kick, and then you can do what you were going to do, right? Or he's going to just bring his leg up, and then you can hit that leg. Or he's going to do nothing, and you just kick him. So if you can expect those 3 outcomes whenever you use the kick, that'll help. But for this one, just one. Okay, try. So we're gonna block this block, okay? And we can do a couple things from it. But the first, let's just get the block off first because it's 2 parts. Boom, and it's not easy. One, well, it is easy once you get used to it. This hand comes up, this hand is down. Got it? So this position here. And then so one hand is up, protecting the face, one hand is protecting the body. Then I'm just gonna switch, boom, here. And if he's striking, then it's gonna become a block. And some people might even try to go into a jujinage, although that's a little risky. But if he's not striking, then it's a strike to the face. If his hand is up, or if he's going for the strike, then it's a block. And then what do we do from here? Right? Remember we talked about this last week. So here we go. One, my first idea is to strike. And don't block the first one. Okay. So 1, boom, nice. That works. If he doesn't block. If he blocks, 1, 2, what do I do now? Boom, 3. Right? 1, 2, he blocks this one. 3, 4. Understand? It's like a game of pool. You don't shoot at one ball. You think about 5 or 6 shots down the line. It's the same thing. It's never about this punch that I'm going to throw now. It's about the one I'm going to punch 3 strikes later when he's not looking or when he's not expecting it. Okay? So we're just going to do the setup though. 1, 2. Other side. Watch this hand. 1, 2. It doesn't go above the shoulder. We had something similar to this last week too, I believe, where we don't want to get above the shoulder because if I'm here, then I become vulnerable to a lot of things. But if I'm here, boom, and I have this, then I have control. We'll get into some of those techniques again. So all we're going to do is just practice in 1, 2. 1, 2. We'll add a technique so it comes in here. 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to cut around and reverse. I want you to notice what I did not do. 1, 2, 3. This. I did not do that. 2, 3. See the difference? 3. What's this? So, slower. First one. 1, 2, 3. The incorrect way is to focus just on the hand and the wrist and try to do it all where the arm is. Okay? But we practice Aikido. So we extend here. If I want to take them to the ground, I can do that. Do this one. Business. This couple. So 1, 2, extending. See that? Everything is extending. And look at my posture, my shoulders, my hips. Everything is aligned. 3. You can go down for the submission, or you can just throw him down. If you're being nice, go down and submit. If you're in danger, throw him down, stomp his face, get the hell out of there. Okay? No playing around. Because you shouldn't be doing self-defense if you're really not defending yourself. Okay, so one more time. 1, 2, and remember, we're using our whole body. See that? So it's, see that? My center axis is just rotating around that arm and twisting everything up. Okay, so we're just going to do a more, same entrance, but then we're going to come in and do an Aikido control technique using the arm. So here, 1, 2, and then I'm going to come in and move backward. But I also need to push with the hand. 1, 2, right? So I'm going to sink and start to twist out, down. When I get to here, it's a tough on the shoulder pin, so I had to let it go. So here, here. So I'm moving with my body down and around. See that? So it's not just down, but I'm coming around like this. When I get to the bottom, I can pin him here and be nice and just draw his hand back, or I can take my knee and press it down into the shoulder like that and get it tight. Mm-hmm. And then, if I need to. But, if I get into the ground like this, and I'm still on my feet, it may be better just to strike and come back, stomp, something like that. Again, all those responses depend on how serious the situation is. If I can get him down to here, just stop him, because he was really easy to control. That's the thing, a person who's not a good fighter, easy to control, you can be nice to them. I took guys and put them down with EQ and held them there without hurting them. I did this, but they weren't great fighters. But if a guy's really threatening you, you've got to protect yourself. So one more time slowly, 2, and then we're going to come down. And you can do this 2 ways. You can come down with the hand, or you can just come down with the forearm. But you've got to get your weight behind it. You can't come down like this, right? It's got to be, see that? My weight behind it. And then it's just relax. Weight behind. I'm not using the arms like this. Resist, resist. So not here, right? Getting the weight in and come around easily. so he's going to do a little uppercut. I'm going to come in like this. Side here. Alright, so slowly, uppercut is here. Here's the defense, right? Both our hands are up, right? I'm just moving him just like this. And I'm going to catch here, if I can. Now, if he's punching with that other hand, and raise it up and do an arm bar here, right? That's kind of like a technique that's in the middle there. So that's there. Sorry.
That's fine. It just hurts when you do it.
I caught him with my elbow. I didn't mean to. So we'll move slowly. So he comes in. 1, 2. Right. That little uppercut. All we're doing is deflecting it this way. All right. Like that. And then catch here. Drop and go. This is a suenaka, and I don't know how many different ways you've seen it. We'll just do from a grab. But a lot of times you see guys, they'll come in and they'll go like this, right? And he falls.
Oh, I'm supposed to fall.
So the problem is here, he has his balance, he has his balance, he has his balance, and I'm going to try to take everything from this point, and then it's just if he pulls me down, he has his boots, as I do, at that point. So what we're doing then is getting him out of position so that he's never lost his balance at any point. And you apply that to a strike, right, and here, now I want to go into this position. It's right here. I can change the free of my right hand because I like punching with my right hand. Again, when we do submissions in here, it's just to show you the submission. I don't recommend doing submissions unless you know that you won. You know this guy had a couple of drinks. He is not a fighter. He's not trying to hurt you. He's like, oh, this guy's got a black belt. I'm going to mess with him. And he does something, and you put him down, and you pin him, and he's okay. That's when you should pin someone. If someone attacks you in the street, they don't get a pin. They get a foot to the face, and then you get to go home without any injuries. Okay? So when we do the pins, they're good practice, but slamming the guy, stomping him, and getting out of there might be the thing that you have to do to save your life. So slowly, so we're here, right? 1, he's coming in with this uppercut. We're gonna trap here. Okay, what happens if I miss this trap? Boom, what's he gonna do? Boom, boom, draw back. All right, here I missed the trap. Boom, at least I got this out of the way. He pulls back, right? Now we're back in the guard position, it's okay. So plan to miss whatever you're doing. Plan on everything that you do not working, because you got to flow into the next thing. All right. So we do that. But here, if it works, come right here, and notice how slowly. So here, notice how when I'm here, right? This, and then, really close to the pin. It's never where it goes up and down like that. Because look, his balance is there the whole time. It's always where he's always like this, all right? So if I pull myself out of the structure here, it's like that. So it starts here, right, and it goes right to there. It's not up and over. It's just what I'm in. Safety tip.
Okay, go ahead, same thing. Notice, just to do what you're actually doing. So when you're seeing Shihan do this, he's not finishing his cut here. This is what you'll see in a lot of other styles. And then I would have to sutame over my own arm because there's no need. He's pulling my hand to my shoulder. So I'm safe the whole way down. It hurts here, but I never feel it in my shoulder. So therefore, I know I'm safe, so I feel okay for making the fall.
Yeah, you don't want to see me on this, just fall back.
Yeah.
And you can go slow.
Because he just brings my hand here, and I have no balance because I'm bent over.
Right. You can do it that slow. It's okay. We can do overhead strike. Like flops around like that.
You just, I was like, we're not going to do a Sankyo, are you? No.
Did I say that?
Earlier, yeah, but that's fine. No, I love Sankyos. So it's fine.
So this is anything from overhead, stick bottle. I mean, old, really super old Japanese guy. Only knows how to strike like this. A guy with a bottle or a stick, right? So we think of this as an unorthodox attack, but it does happen. And so this is a pretty smooth way. If my hands are up already, which they should be, or they're coming up, right? They should be coming up if someone's coming at me or already up. So here. So
I
one.
punched myself.
Did I hit you in the face?
No, I punched myself in the face when you blocked me.
So here to here. So we go slow. I'm actually letting his hand come down. So his force is coming this way, right? I'm just putting it where I want it. I'm letting it go right past it. Here. And when I get a hold of the hand here, I'm going to move into position this way. Now, the way that we have a couple of different Sankyo methods, but this is the one that I like. We'll show you some of the ones in the future. But the point is, on all the Sankyos, to get the tendons tight and wrapped around and drive up the wrist here. So a lot of times you see people doing this kind of Sankyo where they're turning their wrist, they're turning the waist, turning the wrist, two big circles, right? Doesn't work on everybody. But if you have one big circle going into a small circle, or really just a small circle going all the way up, that's when you're going to get the Sankyo, the effective Sankyo. So think about, I like this analogy, where this is like a board and this is like a screw. When you go, where the screw goes up, the board doesn't move. So it's not like this, right? It's like this. And then his feet go up in the air, but his arm stays still because everything is just compressing. And you should feel it up the arm. It's not a wrist technique. And see what that does to him? Again, there's no such thing as a wrist technique or arm technique or a leg technique or a face technique. Well, maybe there's a face technique like that, but it's just like you said earlier. He was working on this part of your arm. Not supposed to be working on your arm at all. It's all about your body. So if I want to get to the body, I got to get it in close on that technique. On this technique, what I got to do is just get the control going all the way through him. Do that. Now on the street, if I get him in this position, I can walk him. I don't know if you've used this as a control. I used this as a control when I broke up a fight. Okay, so you can take the person and walk them around. But you could also take that and just tear it and strike him and finish it. Because if I have him in this position and then I go like that, another 2 or 3 inches, it's done. He's not going to use that arm. So we have a lot of levels of control here. We'll go from the whole thing again. Hands come up. Let's go slow. Hands come up with this and down like this. But it's not 2 movements, right? I'm letting his hand come down. And then I catch here. This is where I get the Sankyo grip. If I need to, if he's struggling and I need to hit him with a temi, I can do it right there. Right? And if he's still struggling, but again, if he's struggling at this point, it's not a temi that you need to do, just finish the technique. Take him down whichever way. Come in like this. Okay? Questions? Yes.
Can I see the entry?
Yep. Okay, so he comes straight, and I'm going to come. Here's how you practice it. Think about our hands meeting like this first, and then this hand is going to come underneath. So this is what it looks like to open. Just ikkyo, right? Except for this is how it looks like this. Right? This is how you get it in your brain, and then when you get to this position, you're just going to turn down. As he's coming down with his force, you're just going to redirect and get it like this position here. And then you can switch. So use that visual. That'll help you. So when he comes in, that's the entrance. Like that. That should help you finish. Straight punch. So here. So
Stop
just-
smiling, okay?
He's gonna come in and punch high block here, all right? I'm moving in, but then I'm gonna come around him, take the head